Hi. Have you ever noticed why certain colors make you look bright and fresh while others drain you out? That's the magic of color analysis, and it's been trending a lot lately. But let's be honest, it can feel overwhelming if you're just starting out, especially with all those talks about color seasons, undertones, charts, and stuffs. But the truth is, you don't have to be a professional or spend hours researching just to figure out a basic idea of what works for you. In this video, I'll walk you through a simple way to figure out the best color for you using the clothes that you already have in your wardrobe. Just a fun and easy way to get it started. So the first step in color analysis is understanding your undertone. Now let's clear up a common misconception about skin tones and undertones because they are not the same. Your skin tone is what you see on the surface and it can change due to sun exposure or tanning, while your undertone is what's underneath and always stays the same. Before we start analyzing your undertone, it's really important you understand what warm and cool tones are. Let's start with an example. When someone shows you these two colors and asks what colors are these, you will immediately say green, right? But when you take a closer look at these colors, one green has a yellow undertone, making it a warm green, and the other dark one has a blue undertone, making it a cool green. This concept applies to all the colors. Think about a color wheel. You have your primary colors, and on mixing those, you get the secondary colors. In that wheel, those colors with blue, green or purple base are cool colors, and those with yellow, orange or red base are warm colors. So in short, warm colors have yellow, orange or red mixed in, and cool colors have blue, green or purple mixed in. To help you get familiar with these tones, I'll show you a few examples of warm and cool colors side by side. Now let's move on to analyzing your undertone. First step, grab few clothes from your wardrobe, some in warm tones and some in cool tones. Next, stand in front of a window with plenty of natural light without makeup and place a mirror in front of you. Now hold each color close to your face one at a time and observe. Pay attention to which color makes you look bright and fresh and which color drains you out. Remember, the right colors will not magically erase all your imperfections, but shift the focus away from them and makes your face appear more even toned. But the wrong colors will emphasize those imperfections and wash you out. For example, if you look at these pictures, you can see that warm colors doesn't sit well with me and cool tones make me look bright and brings out the best in my features. Side note, I'm using this virtual method because I didn't bring a lot of colorful clothes when I moved here from India. So for now, I'm using this virtual method. Try this out with as many colors as you can to see which side you lean towards. It can be difficult at the starting, but once you get your eyes trained, you will start noticing patterns for which colors work best for you. So if you're in the same situation, maybe your wardrobe doesn't have a wide variety of colors, don't worry. I've got another method. It will take a bit more effort, but if you're eager to discover your best colors, then it'll be worth it. I'll explain the alternative method at the end of this video, so stick around and you'll have all the tools that you need to try it for yourself. Trust me, it's a fun process. Now that we have covered undertones, let's move on to the next topic, value contrast. What is a value? It refers to the lightness or darkness of a color. For example, if you take blue and mix it with white, you get a light shade of blue like sky blue. If you mix it with black, you get a much deeper shade like navy. So the lighter the color, higher its value, while deep colors will have low value. What is a contrast then? Contrast is the difference in lightness and darkness between two colors. In our case, it is going to be the difference in lightness and darkness between our features, like hair, skin, eyes. Let's break it down a little. If you have dark hair, fair skin, and bright eyes, you might be high contrast. If you have dark hair, dark skin, or light hair, light skin, you can be low contrast. If your features show difference but not too much, like medium hair, medium skin, moderately bright eyes, you can be medium contrast. But here's the thing, contrast isn't always about skin tone. For example, a person with dark hair, dark skin can still be high contrast if the whites in their eyes or teeth stands out sharply. Similarly, a person having medium hair, medium skin and medium eyes can be low contrast because their features are close in value. So why is it important? When you wear a color that matches your feature, it creates harmony. Take a look at this picture. When a high contrast person wears a light color, it makes them appear dull and completely throws the balance. When they wear the right color, it enhances their feature and gives a vibrant look. Same way when pairing two colors, if a low contrast person wears a highly contrasting color like black and white, it is going to overpower them. But when wearing a combination that mirrors the contrast level of your feature, will create a harmonious look. How to find your contrast? Before we start, if you have colored hair, it is best to cover it with a white cloth as it might throw off your analysis. In that case, you can focus on your eyes, skin and even eyebrows. So for the first method, you're going to take a picture of yourself in natural light without makeup and turn it into black and white. Observe the difference in lightness and darkness between your feature. You can compare it with a grayscale to find your contrast, like I have shared in one of my shorts video. Second method is similar to what we have done for undertone. Grab some clothes from your wardrobe in light, medium and deep shades. Observe yourself in natural light by holding it close to your face and see which color harmonizes with your features. In these images, you will see how value contrast affects my appearance. Light contrast completely washes me out, while medium tones are better but still feels a bit flat. Deep tones works best for me as they match my natural contrast and brings out my features. Take your time experimenting with both the methods and using different colors to really understand your value contrast. Once you find out which works best for you, trust me, choosing outfits will become much easier. Now that we have covered undertone and value, it's time to move on to the next attribute of color analysis, chroma. Chroma is all about intensity of the color, whether you look good in bold, bright colors or soft, muted colors. So what is a chroma? Think of chroma as a saturation of colors. Bright colors are vivid and highly saturated, like this red or cobalt blue, and soft colors are more muted and subdued, like dusty rose, olive green, sage green. So how does it relate to you? If your features are bright, think of striking eyes, strong contrast between your skin, hair and eyes, like this, you will look radiant in vivid, saturated colors. If your features are soft with less intense contrast and more muted tones like this, you will glow in softer, more unsaturated colors. Now think about your last shopping trip. Which colors do you naturally gravitate toward? For me, even though I find pastel colors and muted tones beautiful, I know it will not do me any favors. I'll feel completely washed out. So instinctively, I reach for bright colors that bring life to my complexion. Chances are you already have a sense of what works best for you, but you haven't been analyzed yet. So how to identify your chroma? Exactly. Like you did in the previous steps, grab few clothes from your wardrobe, but this time more muted soft tones and bright vivid colors. And repeat the same experiment again with these colors. If you have soft features, soft colors will make you look effortlessly glowing or it will wash you out. If you have bright features, bright colors will make you look more vibrant and cheerful or else it will be very overpowering for you. So we'll see some examples so that it will be helpful when you try it out for yourself. Do you notice how she looks swallowed up in bright colors? The bold, vibrant shades seem to overpower her natural features, making her appear less balanced. But when she switches to softer, muted tones, her natural beauty shines, making her look effortlessly glowing. On the other hand, if you see this example, you'll see the opposite effect. She looks washed out in muted shades. The softer colors dull her appearance, making her features seem less defined. But when she wears bright, saturated colors, she comes to life. Her complexion looks more radiant and her overall look feels vibrant and energized. And in my case, when I wear muted shades, my features fade and I look washed out. But in vibrant colors, everything lights up, I look fresh, more alive, and my features stand out beautifully. As I mentioned earlier, if your wardrobe doesn't have a variety of colors, don't worry, you can still figure it out with this simple method. So step 1, download these colors. I have given a list of colors in the description, so head over to Pinterest and download these shades to your device. Step 2, take a picture of yourself. Wear a white top to avoid color interference. If you have colored hair, cover that with white cloth as well. And take a picture of yourself in natural light without wearing any makeup. Step 3 is install and open InShot app and upload your picture. Go to the cutout option to remove the background, and once you have done that, go to canvas and select background. Apply the colors you downloaded one by one and save each version. Once you have all the images, now open Insert again and go to the collage feature. Select one picture with warm color and another with cool color to compare. Repeat this process for value contrast and chroma with light, medium and dark shades as well as bright and soft shades. Now that we have covered the three main attributes of color analysis, undertone, value and chroma, let's talk about how they come together. Based on your results, you'll fall into one of the four seasons: summer, winter, spring or autumn. Each season also has its sub-seasons which refine your color palette even further. So here's a quick overview. Spring and autumn are warm seasons, summer and winter are cool seasons. If you have warm undertone, you will fall into either spring or autumn. If you are cool, you will belong to summer or winter. I know this can be overwhelming, especially if you are new to color analysis. That's why I'm not going too deep into finding your exact palette. It can be very confusing for beginners. The key takeaway is focus on what you know. What if you couldn't identify all three attributes? That's perfectly fine. If you know your undertone, stick to warm or cool colors based on that. If you know your value contrast, focus on that instead. For example, she has a cool undertone, but her dominant characteristics is value contrast. As long as she sticks to lower value colors, her outfits work beautifully even if her undertone isn't the main focus. So whichever attribute you are able to identify, use it as your guide. Whether it is undertone, value or chroma, sticking to what works best for your feature will help you look more polished and confident than wearing the colors that clash with your natural beauty. Color analysis is a journey and it is okay to start simple. The more you practice, the better you will be at recognizing what works best for you. If you find this helpful and able to find your colors, please comment below. You can even comment if you have any doubt. I'll try to help you out. Thanks for watching. Bye.